Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that nearly everyone you know could be dead within weeks. No warning, no cure, no escape. In the 14th century, a terrifying disease swept across continents, killing millions of people and leaving entire cities silent, streets filled with corpses, families abandoned loved ones. Governments collapsed under the pressure. But here's the shocking part. The Black Death didn't just destroy the world, it completely transformed it. It changed how people worked, how governments ruled, how medicine evolved, and even how modern society was born. So how did one deadly plague reshape human history forever? This is the story of how the Black Death changed the world. The year was 1347. Merchant ships arrived in Europe carrying more than silk, spices, and treasure. Hidden aboard were infected rats and fleas carrying a deadly bacterium, known today as the bubonic plague. Within months, people began developing painful black swellings called buboes. Victims suffered fever, vomiting, bleeding, and unbearable pain. Most died within days. Fear spread faster than the disease itself. Paragraph 11. Doctors had no idea what caused it. Some blamed poisoned air. Others believed it was punishment from God. The plague moved from city to city, leaving devastation wherever it went. By the time it ended, an estimated 25 to 50 million people in Europe alone had died. Entire villages vanished from the map. Humanity had never witnessed anything like it. As deaths increased, everyday life began falling apart. Farmers died before harvesting crops. Merchants abandoned trade routes. Priests, doctors, and government officials died alongside ordinary citizens. Many people fled infected cities, unknowingly carrying the disease with them. In some regions, so many people died that survivors couldn't bury the bodies fast enough. Mass graves became common. Church bells rang constantly. The smell of death filled entire towns. For many Europeans, it felt like the end of the world. Faith in traditional institutions began to weaken as people questioned why prayers seemed unable to stop the plague. The foundations of society were cracking. Before the plague, Europe's population was large, and workers were easy to replace. Landowners controlled wealth and power. Peasants often worked long hours for very little reward. Then the Black Death changed everything. Millions of workers disappeared. Suddenly, there weren't enough people to farm fields, build homes, or produce goods. Labor became incredibly valuable. Survivors discovered they could demand higher wages and better working conditions. For the first time, many ordinary workers had bargaining power. Landowners who once dictated terms now competed for laborers. This dramatic shift weakened the old feudal system that had dominated Europe for centuries. The balance of power was beginning to change. For hundreds of years, feudalism had shaped European life. Peasants worked the land while nobles controlled wealth and authority. The Black Death disrupted this system. With labor shortages everywhere, peasants gained opportunities they never had before. Many left their lords and moved to places offering better pay. Others negotiated improved living conditions. Governments tried to stop rising wages, but enforcing these laws became difficult. People had discovered their value. The old social order was weakening. Historians often point to the Black Death as one of the major factors that accelerated the decline of feudalism and paved the way for a more modern economy. The plague devastated economies at first. Trade slowed dramatically. Businesses collapsed. Markets emptied. But over time, survivors inherited land, money, and property from deceased relatives. Wealth became concentrated among fewer people. Many survivors found themselves financially better off than previous generations. As demand for labor increased, innovation became more important. People looked for ways to produce more with fewer workers. This encouraged technological development and economic change. The foundations of future economic growth were being laid in the aftermath of tragedy. The Black Death killed millions, but its impact extended far beyond the death toll. It altered the course of civilization itself. The world that emerged afterward was fundamentally different from the one that existed before. Without the Black Death, the world we live in today might look completely different, and that raises an unsettling question. Did one of humanity's greatest tragedies also help create the future? If you enjoyed this journey into history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share 4 more untold stories that changed the world forever.